Hi guys, my name is Mark and you're watching my video walkthrough for Mario Kart 8. Today's a sad day because it's our last video in this walkthrough series. It's the Lightning Cup, which is fairly difficult but not as difficult as the Special Cup. But the tracks that a lot of people have problems with is this one and then the Special Cup. If you're stuck on another cup in particular, I have a playlist with all of them neatly stacked up together, so you can check out Mushroom Cup, Shell Cup, whatever. It's totally up to you. If you're stuck, I have the answers and you can then beat the time trials. Okay, so first up we have Tick-Tock Clock. In my opinion, this is one of the easiest of the 4 tracks on this cup, but it can still be pretty hard if you've either not beaten the Special Cup or you're just not used to Mario Kart in general and just jump to the last 2 tracks. So I like to take this route here instead of going on the dash panels. It's a really easy 4 coins to get and you might as well. Pick up a few coins here and then take this blue dash panel. This will activate your glider. Just be careful on these spinny things. You can actually hit these ramps and do a jump trick. Now we want to avoid this pretty obvious shortcut right here and these cogs as well because they're not really beginner friendly. I mean, if you know how to take them, by all means go ahead and take them, but because this is a beginner friendly walkthrough, we can easily beat this time trial without using any of those shortcuts. Now these pendulums, they're not really that hard to avoid. You can see them coming a mile off and all you have to do is just navigate around them. Really simple to avoid. So I was just about to hit into that pillar above my head, but I pressed forward on the analog stick to come down a little bit earlier from my glider, and I avoided it. So if that ever happens to you, just simply press forward on the analog stick and you'll just come down. There we go guys, that is Tick-Tock Clock done. Next up is Piranha Plant Pipeway. This is a really cool track. It's got everything you want in a track, and it's even got spectators at the side watching here as well. So this is the route that I like to take. On the first lap, I want to go in the middle and snag these coins. I try and get as many coins as I can here as possible as well. Okay, so on this underwater part, I like to stick to the inside wall. I feel this is the safest and one of the most quickest ways to get around this part as well. Here, I press forward on the analog stick to come down a little bit earlier to line myself up better for this shortcut right here. In case you missed it, we'll be doing it on lap 2 and 3 as well, so just stick around. All it is use the mushroom to speed over the grass. So we can avoid these now since we have 10 coins. And again we'll be taking the same line. So because we're hugging the wall, the big piranha plant can't really hit us. So this is the shortcut. I actually start drifting and then use a mushroom because I feel it's easier to control, but it's totally up to you. Now on lap 3, if you do hug this inside wall, there'll actually be a burst of water that tries to knock you into this piranha plant here. It's really easily avoided, and if you just go straight through it, you know, you're most likely just going to stick to the wall anyway. So once again, final shortcut, and there you have it. The third track is Grumble Volcano, which is one of my personal favourites just because I played the Wii version of Mario Kart quite a lot, and this track was on there. So that's the shortcut that we've taken on every lap. There is a better shortcut, but we won't be using that as it's not really beginner friendly. Here you can either go up or down. I like to take the lower path, it's just personal preference. So I like to go right here. Again, it's totally up to you. I think they're both around about the same. That's pretty much all there is to this track. On later laps, the track actually starts to crumble away, and you'll find parts of the track, you know, have disappeared because it's a volcano. I'll point them out in lap 3 because that's mainly where it happens. It's not too hard, but some of the lines do get a bit narrower, so you just have to adapt really. Like here, for example. So this bit's quite tricky as well, just because, once again, the track's crumbled away, but you shouldn't have too many problems with it. Last but not least is the Rainbow Road, which is not this version, but it's the one on the Nintendo 64. Make sure you hit all these dash panels and do a jump trick off here. Once again, make sure you hit these as well. Just make sure you avoid these chain chomp balloons, I think they're called. So as you can see, we've just passed lap 1. Now this is kind of like Mount Wario, as in the laps are like, you know, stages, and it's just one entire lap. So there isn't really a set place to use a mushroom. I'd suggest just using a mushroom on straight lines where there isn't really too much to put you off, like those chain chomp balloons. We're going to try and get as many mini boosts as possible. And then I just press forward on the analog stick to come down a little bit earlier. And there we go, that's the Lightning Cup done and dusted. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, but don't forget to subscribe. It's one of the best ways that we can keep updated with each other. Also, as I said in the intro, if you are stuck on any cup in particular, I have a playlist with all the cups on, so you can go there, find out all the tricky shortcuts to take and everything like that. So I've covered all the tracks in Mario Kart now, so you can look at those. Link will be in the description. If you're on any social media websites or anything like that, I am as well. You can find me on those. Links will be in the description box below. I have a few ideas for some playthroughs. I'll put those in the description, so please check them out. Tell me what you think. But I think it's gonna work out really well, actually. We shall see. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure, this walkthrough, and I shall see you guys on the flippity flip.